Hello, welcome back to Marlowe House Presents Legends of the Wild Wastes. I'm Andrew Marlowe.
Did you have to think about that for a minute?
No, I was having troubles with the rest of the title because I was like, "Wait a minute, that's not how
It's your title."
I almost did the whole Friday Night Hangout thing, and let's threw it off even worse.
Okay, I'm Monica Marlowe.
I'm McFez.
Okay. So now we all know who each other is, and we all know who we
Wow,
are.
Grammering.
Well,
You make fun of me for not knowing the title, and then now we know who everyone is.
Well, everyone are, really?
Now you know. Now I know who you is, and you know who I are.
There you go.
Well, I said it more correctly than you did.
It's late on Friday night, and we're all tired.
It has been a long
It
week
has
here
been
at Marlowe
it has
House.
been a very rough week here at Marlowe House. So we will not burden you with our problems.
It's not really a problem so much as just exhaustion. Absolute exhaustion. And, well, we are going to burden you with that because we are still broadcasting anyways.
So we are sorry. We hope this isn't your first show with us. So please go watch us on
Actually,
YouTube.
if this is your first show, this is your first episode, go back several.
Yeah, because first of all,
Because
this
you're
is
coming
in the
in the middle
midstream.
of well, maybe
not quite.
Not quite the middle.
it's like a new beginning.
It's like starting the second season of a TV show, like the A-Team. You don't have to know who everybody is, but it helps.
More like the second or third episode of a show, but it still helps.
Yes. I don't know. We recorded many hours of the first season. So anyway, that's beside the point. We're here to,
I
don't know, stop someone from killing a half-elf.
Or to avenge the half-elf's death, because he's pretty certain you can't stop it.
Oh, that's fine. I wish you would have
That's
told me.
just dumb. He just told us he's missing things in the moment, so he's
I know. I wish you would have told us
getting
lottery
division,
numbers.
getting division wrong.
Surely there's lotteries in this world. Anyway.
There are, but you don't want to be part of them.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Fallen Terror's tribute. Worst choice of my life.
That's probably not too far off from the truth. So anyway.
Is that how you go to war in your nation?
It's how you get drafted for war, man.
Lottery.
That's how you ended up over here. Got it. That's a shame.
So
we have agreed to help the nameless client
because he can't have a name.
Because he can't have a name because he made a bargain with somebody.
Powers.
Made a deal with
The Powers.
The Powers. And he thinks someone's going to kill him, and he's been grifting card tables. I think you could do better than that with your vision, but okay.
Maybe.
Maybe not. I'd hate to think that was what he traded his name for, but okay.
It's hard to say. I mean, you don't know anything about him.
Nope. We don't even know his name.
He's the man with no name.
He's the man with no name.
It's Fred.
Sam. You said Sam, right? Neil. Charles.
Right.
Chuck. Phil.
All right. So Fin Flam and I are gonna
I forgot what his name was, so we just called him Fred.
All right. So, does he hang out here for very much longer, or?
He does for a little while.
Okay.
So you're saying it's going to happen tonight?
Soon.
Soon. Soon's kind of relative. How far out can you see?
Kind of depends on the moment. Been seeing this one for several months.
And you came here anyway.
I didn't know I was here until you two stumbled into it.
Oh, so you've seen us before.
No, but I've seen that bullet on the table.
Okay.
That was pretty good, right?
Yeah.
It was better the first time.
Well, I guess we'll sit here then. What do you know of what happens?
I know now that the bullet's been on the table, it's going to happen soon.
All right. You don't know how you die?
What have you seen right around it?
Ravens.
Ravens.
Big ravens or little ravens? Like actual birds or things that you think might be birds?
They're metaphysical.
Okay.
What's that mean?
It means that it's
Symbolism.
yeah.
Symbology.
Symbology.
Got it.
Symbolism.
Because we've seen.
You're welcome.
Are you going to dance too now?
He does feel like Riverdance.
I know. He does feel like Riverdance.
Gonna need another whiskey.
Oh, my Lord. So that's actually really, really quick aside. That's actually the music that the high school that my daughter attends, that's the music that they recess out of their high school graduation to. And so Kate is learning the penny whistle portion song for the Blood of Cuchulainn.
Cool.
So
Yeah, because a bunch of people just went, what are they even talking about?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure most of our watchers
your
have
crowd
seen.
Is nerds. They all.
I
know
was
going to
say they all know what Boondock Saints is.
Now you've gone and ruined it.
Well, in case they didn't,
I know.
wanted to give them a fighting chance to go see the first movie.
There's only one movie, right?
There may as well be.
Yeah.
Because there's one Boondock Saints.
Yeah, there's one Boondock Saints.
They tell me they're making a second one.
It's not the same as Highlander, where there really
It's
is only
close.
one.
There's like 30 original minutes in the second one.
Yeah.
They could honestly make it a short.
That's true.
There were some serious problems in the second one.
Yes. Yes, and now that...
I wanted to like it. I wanted to like it a lot.
Oh, what's his name? The guy who's... Billy McConnelly? Is that his name?
Billy
He has given up...
Connolly.
Billy Connolly. He's given up acting. He has Parkinson's disease, and he announced that he feels like his time for his career is coming to an end, and I believe he retired.
Oh, Billy Connolly. I like Billy Connolly.
I know. I like Billy Connolly, too.
That makes sense, though, because he wouldn't be able to hold a gun.
No, really? Are you going to laugh at that?
Have you not met me? I'm the same guy that did the heartworm joke when Chewbacca died.
Well, okay, there's that. Yeah, no, I read that maybe about a month or two ago. It's not been real long. So at least we can prepare ourselves.
Little insight. My mom and sister found my great aunt in her bathtub. Like she slipped and fell, and they found her a couple hours later.
Oh.
And Leslie was like, Mom's real upset. She's like, her body is blue.
Yeah.
And I was like, a woman her age cosplaying Smurfette? That just sounds...
Oh, Scott! Oh, Scott! Oh, Scott! Oh, God.
Inappropriate timing is like my thing. When I die, my tombstone will say, too soon?
Oh, man.
The real joke's going to be that I was cremated.
I know. I was going to say, how are you planning to be... I don't know who's going to put up a headstone for you. Andrew's going to be mad at us again. We've derailed the game. It's our fault.
No. We're fine.
That was fine. That was funny.
Oh, my Lord.
Makes you wonder why we do this some days.
It does. Some days
So
I
I'm
wonder.
Andrew Marlowe.
I'm Monica Marlowe.
Are we doing that again?
Apparently.
I'm
I don't know.
McFez.
I don't know. He started it. Well, you didn't even have it up. How would you?
This gives me a cut.
It gives you a cut. Oh, you're gonna cut that out? No, you have to leave it in.
I was being funny.
Okay.
All right, so
I thought it was funny.
it was funny.
Clearly
Now
it
that
was not.
no, it just went right over my head. I'm not tall enough or fast enough. I missed
aren't
it.
You did
fast
not
enough.
catch it.
I did not catch it. It's worth it to watch him turn red. The lighting's even, and the lighting's really good. The writing,
playing Hellboy.
yeah, and the lighting's really good so that you can see it really well. I can't actually see it as well from here as I can on the camera. We are so dead. So anyway, back to the show. Oh, Lynette's here. Hi, Lynette.
Hi,
Lynette!
You arrived just in time to see us be ridiculous again.
Again.
As
As always.
So,
So, like, what have you seen, like, right around, aside from the bullet? Like, environment, people?
Cards, pair of boots, walking.
would you recognize the boots?
Some big statues. Yeah.
What?
That's us.
We are not the big statues.
Are you saying we don't ride around in big statues?
You're right. We are the big statues. Shit. I really am not catching shit tonight. Maybe I shouldn't drink as much.
Bring him by the door. You mean those big statues right there?
His eyes get a little wide. They could be. They look fairly reasonable.
Would you recognize the boots?
The cavalry boots. There are hundreds of pairs like them.
Yes.
Far too common.
Must have been you nationals then.
Maybe. I mean, it's not like you can't get those boots just about anywhere.
Well, no, because, you're thinking military. The boots are going to be different based on where they're from. The boots that I wore,
Yeah.
they don't look like the cavalry boots.
Okay.
Probably.
I mean,
no. It's
I'm not.
a reasonable.
The ornamentation's going to be different.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not saying okay because I don't believe you. I'm saying okay because I'm thinking.
Because you're thinking.
Because I'm thinking.
Because you're thinking.
I am thinking.
Are you sure?
I'm certain.
Okay.
Why don't you just open the can and be done with
I
it?
was trying to do it someplace where it wasn't going to get real loud.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to be subtle, but okay.
When you open it off camera, it gives that real little. It just sounds like you've farted. And now you're going to bring it up from off camera and be like,
You're a terrible person. Terrible person.
I don't know why you expect. He just made a Smurfette joke at the expense of his great aunt. Like, how are you going to even make that make sense in your head any other way? See, now I got the chance to mention it. Now he has to leave it in because otherwise it won't make sense now.
good call.
Oh. Like I can't edit all of this out. Have you ever heard of B-roll? I'm thinking about using it.
Okay.
That way I don't have to get real clean with the cuts. Nobody jumps around.
He's no fun.
I'm a lot of fun. Maybe not tonight. But in general.
Okay, I'll give you that.
So Nationals cavalry boots.
All right. I was just trying to figure out if maybe my character was wearing them or not, or if the sheriff was.
Probably both are.
Uh-huh. because
But so are probably a number of other people in the bar.
Right.
Well, I was trying to make up my mind because my character actually has a nicer cut of clothing and stuff like that. So I wasn't sure that she would still wear those boots. I was just trying to make that decision in my head.
How did your mom do once you took off? Sounds like he did kind of poor.
He kind of like looks at, he kind of looks over that general direction, and you notice that his eyes go white.
Oh yeah, no, that would be totally obvious. No wonder he had to stop playing cards.
But they only kind of go white for a moment, but it is long enough that
you would see it. If someone was looking at him at the right time, they would notice it. Okay.
nods his head.
Pardon.
God.
Didn't do too badly, but it didn't keep up.
Understood.
And to be fair, in regards to all that, I make it a habit of only turning on crooked tables.
Well, it was already a crooked table?
Someone there's a cheater.
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
Mm.
Oh, okay.
One of them was cheating. I can always tell.
Fellow with the stogie.
Probably. That guy's a jerk.
He's experienced. Getting too wet.
Possibly. It could be anybody.
He got about as upset as a reasonable man would over losing that much money.
We'll see. I have a feeling that will be the person we'll be seeing later.
Could be. Like I said, he's wet. It's kind of irrational.
So,
would you?
Does one of you want to come with me, or do you want to just wait around for me because I need to go hit the outhouse?
Well, I was going to ask you, were you opposed to staying somewhere else tonight?
Like?
Well, I happen to know the sheriff.
Okay.
And I mean, if you're talking about a potential crime, he would be the appropriate person to bring in on this.
It's up to you.
I mean, we don't have to. I don't want to cut him in on the deal.
Sure, I'll go with you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Bennett lives pretty far out there, doesn't he? Well, I guess he can't live that far out. He's the sheriff.
It doesn't live that far away.
I'll meet you back at the...
Do you want to go check the wanted board real quick?
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking, too.
Just see if our new client's face shows up.
Yeah,
or any of those other fellas at the table.
I can't imagine any of those people are there, but yeah, I'll go look.
Okay.
And go see if there's a deputy or if Bennett's still there.
Lantern is on in the window.
All right. Well, that makes it so much easier. I go on in.
Bennett looks up. I wasn't expecting you this evening.
Well, I wasn't expecting to get hired to avenge somebody who's about to be murdered.
Beg pardon?
Yeah, I know. It's a little complicated. We were over at the saloon playing cards, and there was somebody over there cheating, and we called him out on it. He offered to pay us and then told us he was going to be killed soon and hired us to avenge him. So I thought I'd just let you know that there's going to be a murder here soon.
You're going to commit it?
No. Well, I'm not planning to. I mean, I would only...
You said you're going to avenge it.
Well, that's what he hired us to do. He said that justice was fine. So I'm just letting you know that these things might be happening.
So you need one of these. He reaches into a drawer and Pulls out a star.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Do you need 2 of them?
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yes, that would be good as well. I put one on. I swear. I'd say that to him.
You like, I swear, and he just laughs.
Well, I mean, we've done this before, apparently.
Not really.
Didn't we get sworn in the last time? Oh no, we just saved his ass. Okay.
We showed up at a good time.
Yes.
Is what we did.
Yes, we did. It was a good time. Anyway, do you want to come meet the client? You have somewhere we might... He's staying at the bunkhouse. It doesn't exactly sound like a safe place, but I'm pretty sure wherever we're at, he's...
I'm certain you've got this well in hand.
All right.
I have been up for far too many hours. Matter of fact, I'm going to rack here tonight.
Well, that's perfect. Then we won't have to go too far to get you when it's time.
Perfect. He's like, kill the lantern on your way out.
Okay.
And he goes over to the cell and he lays down.
All right. Well, there goes sleeping here tonight. Oops.
So as May walks off, we start heading towards the outhouse. Give a whistle. Shout for King.
Okay. Makes a silent approach.
Yep. King, do a scout.
Okay. Did you want to look at the board?
While I'm there, yeah.
Okay. So you scan the board.
Mm-hmm.
And you scan across the board. There are 3 familiar faces.
Really? Well, that's interesting. How many? Which 3 familiar faces?
The woman.
Uh-huh.
The kid.
Mm-hmm.
And the partner.
Okay. What's the total on their bounties?
Hmm?
What's the total on your wanted posters?
She clocks in at 300. The kid is 250. And the card player partner rolls into 1,000.
Holy crap. Hey, Sheriff.
Yeah.
You've got about $1,500 worth of, or 1,500 marks worth of bounties across in the saloon.
Is that a request?
Well, I'm just letting you know that 3 of them are here. I mean, it's your paycheck, not mine. Well, I mean, it could be my paycheck. I'm just letting you know. I know you're tired.
He gets up, buckles his belt back on, pulls on his coat and his hat. All right, I'll come back with you.
All right. Well, I mean, it's about to get loud. 18 on the roll for perception. Can I see King?
Yeah.
I whistle loud in the same way that you whistle, but I'm not looking for him to come.
Bard don't usually whistle back.
You can kind of hear that. It's probably fairly faint, but you're not that far away. So you can kind of hear it. King swoops around at the call, but doesn't actually descend.
That's fine. I'm just hoping he'll report back to you. Never tried to do that. Probably need to work out some kind of signal with that too.
Yeah.
So you whistle. he makes a circle and heads back towards the saloon.
Okay.
Which is brightly lit and doing a raucous bit of business this hour of the night.
Okay.
And you and the sheriff start heading towards the building. Scott.
Hello.
You have given the command to do the perimeter.
Mm-hmm.
And the back door to the saloon opens again. And the kid comes out.
Do we think the armor is just too flashy to wear into the saloon? Can't decide.
Kid nods at you. At this point, the guy's gone into the.
Yeah.
He's disappeared. I mean, he's only got one room.
Right.
But so the kid comes out. He's like, "Are you waiting?"
Not and can't wait a little longer.
Because there's a couple of them out here.
No.
It's like, so he heads into the other one.
Shush you!
Oh my god!
Once they're both out of sight, King gives a cry, like a warning cry. And as he does that, you can see gleaming yellow eyes in the darkness. 3 sets.
Oh boy. Are they from behind the outhouses?
Behind the outhouses. Out towards the wilderness. There's a long stretch of grasslands. And out in that grasslands, something's come creeping up.
Arm up.
Okay. King lands.
What'd you see? I've not heard King's voice yet.
I know.
What'd you see?
Coyotes. But different.
I can very clearly see the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
They look the right size.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so different how? Different people? Like the gorilla.
Maybe. They're too close to people. Acting too social.
Okay.
He's kind of he's kind of quiet and firm. He's kind of got a voice of experience.
Mm-hmm. Are there more than just a trade that are out there?
There are several more. I count 8.
Good pack.
And they're well fed.
Right. Good lad. Keep searching.
It would have been nice if he told you that the woman was out. Damn bird.
I don't know.
I know.
You didn't think it was important. You whistled at him. He's like, okay. You're not going to kill his master.
Yes, I see you.
Right. So you said hi. Whatever.
I never say hi to this bird.
All right, so we get inside.
You get inside, and they're still outside.
Okay. Are the other 3 people in here still?
The kid's gone. The woman is also gone. But the card player is still here.
Well, he's the one who's worth the most anyway.
Yeah, he is.
He makes your stars and groans audibly. Ugh. Damn it. And tonight was shaping up to be so good. What is it with you? Ruining everything.
That's my middle name.
And he, reaches back, kind of clears.
Really? You're going to do that?
Are you?
Well, you could come quietly.
Not
Save
coming.
yourself a lot of trouble.
Not coming.
All right, Kazan him. Well, first I'm like, I don't even have a gun. Are you sure you want to do this?
You're like, he says, I'm not coming. And outside you hear, oh!
Oh, great.
From very close.
Bang on the outhouse door. You may want to hurry up.
I hear it.
Pack of 8 of them.
He says, somehow I don't think I have problems with wolves.
Days are getting kind of close for wild.
All right. He comes out and he's still adjusting his trousers, getting himself, back into position. He's like, all right. So, where's this place to spend the night?
For the time being, let's go back up front.
And that's when they howl.
They are getting way too close. Let's double time. Kid, you may want to come back inside.
There's this low grunt from the outhouse.
Pinch it off, lad. Pinch it off.
Hurry in. One of the sets of eyeballs, the golden eyes, rises.
Maybe just tell him to stay in there until it's all done.
Stands upright.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what I was afraid of. Yeah, let's head back up front. Kid's on his own.
And out of the darkness steps in this dark, it's wearing a long dark trench coat, duster kind of arrangement. In the darkness, it looks almost black. The figure inside of it, however, is kind of old. He's got a lined, craggy face, beat up teeth, and his eyes still have that faint shimmer of gold. You all have problems.
Who says that? He says it to them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How do you clear the grassland?
They were not that far away. They were way too close when you could see the eyes.
Yeah. But you said there was a lot of grassland between them.
No, from out, there's a lot of grassland out that way. They were out in it. They had crossed up through the grassland.
Ah.
They weren't that far away. And so you're like, come on. They're really, really way too close. And he just kind of wanders out of it. He kind of has a beat up hat that he adjusts. And
so he actually comes out of the shadow area and shifts in front of us.
Somewhere out in the darkness, he shifted. And when he comes up, You could kind of see him like stand, like he got up on his hind legs, and then he walks out like a person.
Damn alchemists.
Problem, what kind of way? Kind of maneuver client behind me.
You got a whole heap of trouble coming your way.
I mean, like 8 coyotes, one of which turns into a man.
Not particularly fond of this shape, but we're not your troubles.
Because the last time I had a skinwalker, it's a big gorilla with a gun.
I'm not a big gorilla with a gun.
I can tell.
I'm a much more reasonable man. And I'm probably older and wiser than your big gorilla with a gun.
Oh, you're talking, so that's a good first step.
Yeah, well, you got a heap of trouble coming your way. You familiar with a seer?
You mean the one standing next to me? I mean, he's standing right there, isn't he?
Yeah, but I'm not certain that Scott's responding to it.
Okay.
I mean, there's all kinds of sayers. Fortune tellers, palm readers, tea leaves. I'm fond of tea leaves.
He nods. There are some good ones, and then there's some really good ones. My understanding is that you've got a really good one somewhere in this town. And there are forces that are looking to make sure it is good and dead.
Kind of forces you might make a pact with.
Kind of forces that somebody might make a pact with. The elf keeps moving towards, the half-elf keeps moving towards the building. He's putting some distance between you, but he's kind of walking backwards towards the building. There's a particular assassin moving through your town. A shadow.
Oh, don't steal her game.
I was going to say, she's not here, I promise. Sorry.
Jesus, I've dealt with fairies, lycanthropy alchemists. Now I get shadows.
Shadow. Yes. The shadow's bad. Bad news. Do what you can to steer clear.
What about you and your pack?
We were tracking it. We've lost its scent somewhere around your village.
How'd you know about Desir?
Might be that there's a reason we're hunting this thing. Might be that it is out there, dealing with more than just your seer. Might be that a lot more people are in danger because it doesn't really seem to care about targets. It just takes out anything in its way.
That's fun.
It doesn't have any concern for innocence. It's just after its target.
Got form, just smoke and mirrors, or?
It's a shadow. You gotta be careful. Anybody can be possessed by the shadow.
It's a ghost or spirit.
It's a shadow. But I've done my bit. I've warned you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
He kind of backs away. We're going to watch your borders. It slips out. It's ours to hunt again. Tell your sheriff the pack stands. We aren't breaching his domain.
Will do.
And he walks away. And then he kind of disappears from sight. Inside, there's howling. Or out, you guys hear the howling from outside. And after a moment, the half-elf stumbles in.
We're in the middle of something still.
Okay.
You can't jump this.
Okay.
Because I have. So the guy pulls back his coat and shows us his gun.
Mm-hmm.
This is for an extra action.
Okay.
I far step and take his gun out of his holster.
Okay.
And I lower, and then I aim it at him. And I said, now I have a gun. Are you sure you want to do this?
Puts his hands out. Sort of as if to say, all right, you got me.
I shoot him in the kneecap. No, I wait.
Ow!
Okay, apparently.
I surrendered.
Just for reference, I used to do that stuff, and then Chris was like, a guy shoots an arrow at you. Oh, I catch it. No, I'm kidding. No, roll for it.
All right, so he puts his hands out as if to surrender.
That's how you get an arrow in your hand, isn't it?
Exactly.
I rolled a
New
nat
pain.
20.
Oh. At which point he was stuck letting you actually catch it.
Nice.
That'll teach him.
It basically got me one of the factions.
Nice.
I forget which one it was. They get like a +2 to initiative or something.
All right. I step back and let him. I step back enough so that he can't come at me without giving me a second.
All right. All right.
I look at Bennett. I don't know where the other two went. But it sounds like we've got trouble in back.
Which other two? He's kind of still got his hands on his thing. Which other two?
I'm not talking to you.
Oh, I might be able to help.
Still,
I mean, for a price.
still not talking to you.
Sheriff, come on. Come on. What's it going to harm? He looks at, we're still not talking to you. Sit down, shut up.
Oh, I thought we were going to walk him across, but okay.
Points him to a chair.
Okay.
Say, did you happen to bring the posters?
Was I supposed to? I don't know. I mean,
Okay.
should I have?
It would have been convenient.
Well,
It's okay.
I didn't know that was what we were supposed to do. I've been a deputy before.
He just shakes his head. I thought they were going to be here. No big deal.
I thought they were going to be here too. All right.
So, was she playing cards at this one?
Yeah.
And then the other one
I
playing-
was also playing cards. Yeah.
So does anybody here know what happened to the card players?
Well, I know a couple of them went out back, but we've already covered that.
And somebody's like, kid went out back. Looks at you.
I'll go get them.
And then he's like looking at you like, is that the one?
Yeah.
Is that one of them?
Mm-hmm. And the lady.
That's all right. Good. That's one down. And there was a woman playing cards too. Did anybody see where she went? She went out front. Said something about going to the boarding house. All right, we'll make that our next stop. Wrangle your kid. I'll watch Quick Draw here.
All right.
And we'll make ourselves a tiny little sub tonight.
All right.
Come on. And he gets him up. Not terribly gently. Gets him out of the chair.
It's a really nice gun. This is really great. I have a gun now. But I go back out front because I'm getting in my armor.
Okay.
Because, I mean, they're intended to be quick mounted, basically, is
right.
my assumption.
So
and I
feel
like I maybe need that.
And it does not open.
The hell? What do you mean it doesn't open? I don't like him. I don't like him anymore at all.
Just give me the damn XP.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Ginger, what's wrong? Open.
It turns to you.
Open up.
Its eyes, like the eye slit on the armor, turns to you, and it almost seems like it's studying you, and it pushes past you.
This isn't good. We got a problem. All right, I head around the back then.
All right, so you go running around to the back?
Yeah, I don't know that they're coming in the back door. I don't know. Is there a back door to the saloon?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I probably go back through the building because chances are that's how they'll come through. Does the armor go around the building?
The armor's going into the building.
Oh, shit. Has the sheriff and...
The other one's looking all... Actually, the other one is acting nervous. The other armor is like scraping its feet, bobbing back and forth, and it's trying to keep its distance from your armor.
I can't get in your armor, though. Can I get ahead of my armor? Oh yeah, I can. I can far step. Once I can see into the building, I jump in. Are they coming? They coming through the door now?
Mm-hmm.
Go out the back. I look at you. Go out the back. Something has got control over Ginger.
Yeah,
Shadow.
You can see. She comes in. Her armor follows her in.
Oh Jesus! I can even get the armor.
Yeah, yours is fine. Hurry.
It's basically a spirit of some kind. It's able to possess people and apparently
other spirits. Yeah. Keep moving.
Move the seer back around the building.
Right, so you like start to push him back out. Mm-hmm. The armor kind of like comes in and it charges through the...
Everybody down.
And everybody's like, ah! And as you're kind of like doing your thing, your mentor's like, kind of got like this look on his face of, wait a minute.
Yeah, we have problems. But I don't want to hurt my armor. It's my armor.
But it gives me a really good idea.
Okay.
So I get the seer out of the building.
Or I guess, if you have an idea, I'll get the seer out of the building. You do your really good idea.
Go to the place we paid for the upgrade. Get one of the blank stones.
Okay. I'm sure they're not open right now. I don't even know where we went. The armory?
Probably not here.
The blacksmith? Yeah, that's...
Damn.
Probably something from a bigger city.
Yeah.
Like where you had stopped off with the train.
Fair. Damn.
That'd be a really good idea, too. To trap the spirit in the stone, but...
When you break one of the spirit stones, is that basically blanket?
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
Well, the only ones we have available to us are the 3 that we're using.
Well, I got
the one that got
broken
stolen.
one.
Oh, okay. Well, you probably...
It's little shiny bits that we can get repolished and stuff. That the spirit is still... If it doesn't actually blank when you... Just because you've broken it...
Yeah.
It kind of kills that idea. Dang it.
So the armor comes charging into the room. You guys are kind of like leading him out, trying to decide which one of you is going to be like really leading him. And it kind of like surveys the entire first floor of the saloon as if it's looking. But it's kind of slower about it. It's not nearly as alert as if it were a person. It's kind of got some awkwardness to it.
All right. We'll go get into your armor. I'll get this guy somewhere.
And it just kind of like...
I'll move him. We'll go around the building.
So you lead him around the building. It kind of stumbles around a little bit inside Scott, where while she's moving around, the armor kind of stumbles around a little bit. Give me a perception check.
19.
Nice.
19. Okay, so the armor goes really still after a moment. And on a 19, you see a flitting shadow leave the armor. And it settles in one of the other patrons. Like, on his shadow. So it kind of like layers itself on top of the other one. And he kind of looks up and moves much faster and with much less difficulty towards the door.
Where are you going, friend? Don't you see we got a crisis here, man? You got to pitch in and help.
He looks at you, and his eyes are black and dead.
I think we found him. For now.
And if you want to try to engage with him, that's going to be an initiative roll.
Oh, well, I guess doesn't really matter. I'm going last on a 5. Are you going to engage?
Not
okay.
Yet. So you got some choices, friend. You can sit down and have a drink. Or I can call into pack.
He looks at you. Keeps moving.
No, I guess you're going to call it back.
19.
So what are you doing?
Control the field.
Okay.
I thought I said sit down.
So you go and you like slam him into the ground.
I'm not even looking to hurt him. Just at this point, I'm just looking to position.
Okay. All right. So at this point, Scott.
Yes.
19. You get him repositioned really easy. Give me a mental defense check.
Oh, crap.
Oh my god! You rolled another 19. Are you sure you're not just like putting that down?
Do you have any anything in mental defense?
Any training? No, I do not.
And you didn't put any effort on it?
No, I did not.
You are now a backseat passenger in your own body.
That's bad.
Good times.
Even with the 19.
Okay.
Sorry.
While we were moving around out back.
Finn is not a smart man.
No, he's not. I mean, we love him and all. I tell the half elf, we aren't going to be able to avenge you. Whoever kills you isn't going to be in charge.
It's like, I see that now.
Of course,
so
I don't know all the other stuff that was said.
You can work at keeping me alive.
We will do our best, but this could be
or
bad.
Destroy the shadow.
How the hell do you destroy a shadow, man? It's the middle of the night.
It's a shadow. It's not even something you can do during the day.
All right, I'm going to try to understand supernatural.
Okay.
With a 4. Apparently, it's a shadow, and you have to have
You don't know
darkness
anything
and light.
else about that.
No, I know. I just realized that. What a shame.
And at that moment, Finn comes around the building.
Okay. What happened? Why aren't you in your armor? I specifically told you to get in your armor.
Hidden that way.
Coming out the back? Why didn't you go out the front? I don't know. It's weird. It's
The thing came out the back too.
Who's it in? I didn't see Ginger come out.
It left the armor.
And went where?
It's hard to tell. It just flew.
All right.
It could be in anybody.
Okay.
And he heads past you
All right.
towards his armor.
All right. Well, so which door am I closest to at this point, the front or the back?
So Scott, as you're doing this, go ahead and give me another mental defense roll.
He's like, I'm going to be smarter this time.
Spend some this time.
And you are mounting up in your armor at this point.
And for 2.
Okay?
Nat 20.
And you spent 2?
I did.
Well, so you're like starting to mount up in your armor, and you manage to kind of like shake off just a little bit of this creature's hold. Basically, you can feel it like rummaging around in your head, and it came in through your shadow, and it's like puppeting you from outside, but you can also psychically feel it in your head. But you manage to, for a moment, as you're mounting up, get enough control that you've got about 30 seconds.
May, it transferred to me. King, stay high.
All right, so we go back in the other way.
So
I can get back to my armor because it's apparently inside still.
So you go to get your armor.
Yeah, I take the elf with me.
Jump out if I've got time for it. Jump out, give a lockdown command.
Okay. You do have time for that. And you can tell it gets pissed. Seriously pissed. Go ahead and give me a might defense roll.
Oh, man.
As it proceeds to basically bend you in half from the inside. It's basically using your own muscles against you, and is trying to basically,
We've had time since that stuff happened.
I was going to say, that sounds painful.
it's basically turning you into a pretzel. But where normally doing things like this would prevent yourself with pain, it totally ignores your pain and pushes through and keeps going.
No.
It's an 8 on the die. I spent for 2 effort.
Okay. So, with that, there's popping and rending as you like pop your own shoulder and things out of the right direction, and your intense pain kind of courses through you in the form of 8 points of damage.
I can't believe you didn't re-roll that.
And then it slides out of you.
Drop. That way.
Recovery roll.
Yep.
So you kind of go like that way. Well, it slides out of you and towards your armor.
See if it can move in lockdown.
It slides in, and even slower than May's armor moved. It like pivots around on its feet, and you're kind of laying there doing your recovery roll, and it raises one of the feet up over you
to try to head stomp you,
and goes to stomp on your body, but it's slow. So at this point, you can go ahead and give me a speed defense roll.
You got speed defense. Spend an effort. Good thing, too. Not sure it's going to help a whole lot.
Well, fortunately for you, you
It's
have an
3.
asset, too.
I do?
Because he's slowed.
Oh.
well, I don't know. Are you sure? You rolled
I'm gonna risk it.
All right. I mean, you rolled a 3. I'd hate to see you have
so
to
you've
re-roll.
got lowered 3 steps.
Mm-hmm.
And you rolled a 3.
Mm-hmm.
So it steps on you.
Okay.
It steps on you with your power armor. Does your power armor have any might boosts?
No, only for defense.
Okay. So you take 6 points of damage.
So glad you healed that back up.
Right?
It's still better than not.
I know.
And you so it stomps down on you. And May, at this point, you've got your armor open. You're leaping into it. You can next round run out the front.
Why would I would first step?
Or far step. But that's still next
That's
round.
fine. Yes.
So, Scott,
Mm-hmm.
what are you doing?
So, all is part
It's
of the
fight-
same thing.
And it is all fighting. You can tell it's fighting the lockdown and fighting the fact that there isn't a person. And so it has trouble controlling it.
I tell the half elf to go to the jail. I don't know that it's going to be any safer there for him, but to because he's going to have to cross the street, I presume.
Mhm.
It is across the street, right?
Yes.
But it looks like Finn's got it a little distracted.
So I get myself up,
Okay.
lock my elbow in place, and pop the shoulder back into place.
Okay.
And kind of move around to the side of the armor.
Okay.
Hands on it.
Okay.
You can feel her in there, can't you, girl?
Are you talking to your armor?
Talking to the armor.
Okay.
You can fight her. You're a war horse. You show it that nothing can dampen your spirit.
You feel you feel like a whinny, but it's like a really forceful one. Whinny doesn't feel like the right word, but you can feel like the snorting of this horse, and it stomps its foot, and it just doesn't move, at least for a moment. Monica, before I step out the front door.
Yeah,
you can see him
I seem
putting
to.
his hands on his armor, clearly not trying to get in.
What do? I don't want to hurt your armor.
You can't tell which one's which. You don't even know.
Oh, well, that's true. Well, yeah, but doesn't the armor look like it looked when mine had it? The eyes and everything.
It's not moving.
Oh, it's not moving. What's going on?
Brace yourself, girl.
Okay.
Zap it.
All right. I just reach out and touch it. I'm there.
Okay.
Hands off.
Do you need me to
hoping
roll
if we
for
can-
this?
Mm-hmm.
It's lightning. I'm hoping
It's
if we can
easy.
flood it with light.
I mean, you don't have to roll for it, but
Oh, I definitely need to re-roll that one.
Oh.
Well, see, I was going to let all the ones roll, but I think that's a terrible idea. Oh, that wasn't much better, but it's a 9. 9 to touch.
all right. So you touch it,
All
and
right.
it's not moving. So
It typically does 3 points of damage.
Okay.
I don't know that that's going to be enough.
It's a shadow.
There is a high pitched screech from within.
It sounds really happy.
Flood it with light.
I'm trying.
And you kind of like do this flashing light on it, and the shadow darts out and into the darkness.
Well, that's not good.
Good girl.
This is terrible news. Do you tell me about the coyotes? That
Yeah.
might be important.
So, it's out there now. That's might be having to deal with the pack now.
The what?
The pack. There's a pack of coyotes. One of them's a skin changer.
Oh.
I don't know if it's alchemical or just he's a skin changer.
Okay. This sounds terrible. I don't know how we're going to keep this guy safe. This is terrible. What the hell's going on?
You really pissed somebody off. I guess head over to the prison or to the jail.
No, this has something to do with his pact.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right. I mean, or once you explain it. Well, we get to the jail. I am assuming it gets explained at that point so that Bennett can hear it.
Okay.
The pack said they're not encroaching on the territory,
That's good.
but they stand.
I'm not certain I like them that close.
They could be inside.
Well, they're hunting this shadow.
Why are they hunting the shadow?
I guess because it's unnatural.
Good enough reason for me.
Yeah, but they're not. They're not really a benevolent group of individuals.
Let's just go ahead and call it like we see it. Alchemy is not always a benevolent thing either.
No, but they're not alchemical. They're something else.
Do they all change, or is it just the one fella?
I think they all do. I don't know what happened. It could be alchemy, but it's not alchemy I'm terribly familiar with.
Well, they made it a point to get close enough to warn us.
They started as coyotes.
Oh. They started as coyotes that take on human form? That's an interesting twist of things I've never heard of.
They got tired of the people encroaching on their lands. And
well, they are trickster spirits.
They decided to play tricks. That's exactly it. And they became like men.
Makes sense. Well, I mean, as much as something like this can make sense. Well, if they're hunting it and it's hunting him, it might be worth inviting them in for their hunt.
I'm not bringing them into town.
All right.
We have an agreement.
Okay.
They stay on the outside, and my dragon doesn't eat them.
That would be a really good reason to not go into town.
They're not, like I said, they're not benevolent. I don't trust them. What the heck is wrong with you?
Putting the ribs back.
It was not good. The shadow
That thing just
took
tried
possession
to bend
of
me in half.
took possession of both of our suits of armor, and you and the other guy that you tell us about or someone tells us about because that would be important information to have.
Yeah, basically just latches onto your shadow.
Sounds terrible.
That sounds awful.
Yeah. There's no way that we can produce enough light to not have shadows.
It's like you're watching from the back as it makes you move.
Well, we
We're not happy about that warning.
Yeah, no. I mean, the other option, and I look at the half elf. The other option is to take you outside and hope that the coyotes can help protect you. I know that the two of us and the sheriff.
I'm not certain that's a good idea.
Well, do you have any better ideas? There's a shadow in here killing people. Trying to kill people.
I don't disagree. But as you pointed out before, they are tricksters. And if they are after him, this might be their work. I'm not certain how far we can trust them.
Well, that's not untrue.
They want to say they're protecting our flank. Fine. But I'm not going to count on them to do that.
Yeah, but they've also then violated their agreement with you by sending something in.
But they've also warned us.
I look at the half-elf again.
Which puts us in a position where if we buy it, which they would expect, we're not against them. They didn't break any pact.
I asked the half-elf, have you had any dealings with the local wildlife?
Not that I'm aware of. It's, I don't know. But I am familiar with shadows to some degree, and they are puppeteers. And they are deadly. And if a shadow wants me dead, I'll be dead. You are all welcome to try and keep me alive, and I would appreciate it if you tried and actually succeeded. But if you don't, I'll understand. Do me a favor.
Uh-huh.
Let my partner go.
Dude, he's worth 1,000 marks.
Out in the grasslands, about a quarter of a mile from town, there are 3 rocks. And they're sizable rocks.
Okay.
One is as tall as a man, and its neighbor is on par with a horse. Dig beneath the smallest of these 3 rocks, and you'll find a small cachet. Easily worth 10 times what my partner's worth.
Yeah, but you just told him where the money's at. Well, that we will have to talk to the sheriff about. That's not my decision to make.
Sheriff's like, we're not dealing with you. It's like I can't let your partner walk. It's murder.
What's murder?
He looks at the paper. He's like, it's murder. I can't let your partner walk. He shot a man. He has to stand trial. We can get you alive to the end of it. You can go testify on his behalf. But that's as far as it goes.
The lightning trick seemed to work.
Well, all it did was make it move. That doesn't actually...
Wasn't that... So, it was holed up in the armor, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no lights in the armor. There's nothing to cast a shadow in the armor.
Yeah, but here's the problem. If it's in anything other than the armor, I will hurt the person too.
I mean, I can't go around killing innocent people to try to kill a shadow.
I wish we still had one of those blank spirit stones.
I don't know that we're going to be able to get one anytime soon. If we leave town.
It's like the shadow is not really a spirit.
What is it then?
What is a shadow?
It's a creature in its own right.
Ah.
It's manifests as something that looks like a shadow. Can access your spirit through your shadow. But it is actually tangible. Physical. Just darn near flat.
I liked it better when its name was Ribbons.
So what about this pact then?
Sheriff's like, what about the pact?
I was asking the half-elf.
Oh, you're asking.
Because I thought he was the one answering.
Oh, yeah.
He is. So you're like, so what about this pact?
Yeah. What about
With
this
a T?
pact then?
That you've made, yes.
What is it that's got this thing coming after you?
He shrugs. I don't know. The pact I made was to expand my sight.
Did you sign it for like so many years?
It's not that kind of pact.
Okay, well, I'm just checking. I mean, like, Crossroad spirits do stuff like that all the time.
It's not a demon pack.
Okay.
It's not after my soul.
What's it after?
I don't know.
His life.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't make any sense.
Most things that are after your life, that they're after your soul. My soul's not in play.
So what'd you strike a deal with then that it can take your name from you?
I struck a deal with something that could take my name from me so that I could see further, better, clearer.
How long ago was that?
75 years.
That's an awfully long time.
Elven blood, dear.
I know.
Elven blood.
No, I know. I don't know. Sometimes half-elves don't live longer. I was just curious.
It's what he says.
Yeah.
Elven blood, dear. That's not me. That was him.
Okay.
What were the details?
I can't tell you.
Can't because it violates, or can't because you don't remember?
Can't because it violates. In short, here's the dirty version. I spoke to an entity, and it gives me a clear conduit to higher realms. That's it.
And it gets your name.
In part. That's the biggest part. It's an intangible. I don't know why that's what it asked for, but that's what it asked for.
Well, because names have power, but what I don't understand is if it was that was after you, why wouldn't it just use your name? Even though your name is not really
that's what I'm saying.
Stuck to you.
It's not my pact that's the issue.
So you've pissed somebody else off. Maybe.
You made the assumption that it's the power that I bargained with. I'm telling you, this is not the power I bargained with. It doesn't make sense.
Where have you been lately?
I've been all over. He rattles off a bunch of nearby cities.
I don't think knowing that would actually be of any benefit, though, because I wouldn't know how to get in touch with a power, even if I knew a power.
I'm just taking back to the train. You know, they wanted the leprechaun, so stone giants, and then the necromancer. The initial Incursion of fairies.
This doesn't feel like
The sheriff's
fairy,
like, this does seem rather familiar.
though. Okay.
Like, no, it's like your story.
Which story?
Your cock and bull story about the train and the leprechaun.
Oh, that wasn't a cock and bull story. That's what happened.
He rolls his eyes. You keep saying that, but I don't know about some of it.
I was there. It happened.
I'll take your word for it. But doesn't this sound familiar?
Well, it sounds weird if that's what you mean.
I mean, supernatural boogeymen bounty hunters taking things in.
We are in the wrong line of bounty hunting. We obviously need to find out these other people where they're
And
getting.
you keep ending up on the other side of it.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's a problem.
Thus far, too, your leprechaun was a shady character. This one's a shady character. Excuse me.
Come on now. You admitted that your primary use for this is to grift.
He nods. He's like, okay.
Does your sight extend to just yourself?
Now I can see a lot more.
Do you share that information with anybody?
I try not to. It does get out occasionally.
Have
Sometimes things happen that I don't mean for it to happen.
How far can you see from now?
Scene of my death.
What do you see right before that?
His eyes go white. Crows. Black crows. Statues aren't there.
Well, that's not good.
Just means we moved past that point.
No. That's not necessarily true either. I don't always see the exact same things.
But you can't see past your death.
You can see his face, scrunches up with concentration.
Can you see the past?
Past is actually trickier.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's already happened.
You'd think it'd be easier, but it's not. It doesn't come to me in... Alright, so... I can see potential. The higher plane that I hit is a plane of potential. Everything going forward is potential. Everything going backwards has happened. There's no potential. It's concrete.
There would be other seers who would be able to do that, though, in theory.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I've met a few.
Too bad we don't.
I could do it before.
But when you made your deal, it was to...
It changed things.
How did you find these creatures to make a deal with them, whatever they were, this power?
Books. Dark Secrets.
I look at Bennett. Why don't you have any of these books? This would be so much easier.
It seems like there's a whole heap of trouble in these books. Think that maybe we're better off not with them.
Yeah, but how am I supposed to research without that kind of stuff? Well, what do you have?
A dragon.
How long ago did you start seeing your death?
He said months.
Yeah. 5-6 months now. Going on half a year.
What was happening?
Maybe longer.
What were you doing right around then?
Grifting.
I mean, that's your shtick. That's what you do.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
like, can we get some more, like...
I'm thinking. So I was staying at the farmhouse, the family, and playing cards at night, town. And there was that crazy preacher.
Oh, that was definitely it.
He came in and talked about the evils of gambling. And he gave this sermon thing. And he talked about his face kind of falls. And I channeled.
While he was talking?
He nods. He's like, I spouted 20 minutes of prophecy.
Well, I mean, there we have it. Gosh, did you say anything good in those 20 minutes? Because that was probably it.
It was a couple nights before that I did that. Before I did that I started seeing the visions.
So whatever happened, you were already on the path. Remember what town it is? It was probably a traveling preacher too. I don't know that we're going to be able to find him.
Traveling preacher. Waverly?
About how many days away is that? Or...
Um,
Is that your phone?
It was,
No.
it was my tummy.
It was your stomach again?
that
Oh my
and
God.
outside, there was a noise outside.
Oh, okay.
I can't speak to Scott's tummy, but there was a
It sounded like one of the phones buzzing, and I was like,
this
"The
car noise outside.
Okay.
It's gonna
yeah.
right here.
Oh, pardon me.
Well, first we have to get you through the night. Then my thoughts are the only chance we have are to try to find the preacher. But I don't know that that's going to do us any good. I don't see any preacher, speaking of fire and brimstone and the evils of gambling, giving you a
Nuts.
wave.
Not certain how that has anything to do with.
Do you remember any of what you said during that prophecy?
Well, maybe somebody else does.
Could be.
Well, we can still probably try to avenge you, but I don't know that we're going to be able to keep you alive this long. We'll do our best. This is not good.
No, really isn't.
No. This is why we don't make deals with whatevers. I guess maybe that
Now that
wasn't
now that we know about Waverly,
Uh-huh.
check again.
We haven't done anything yet.
Sometimes just knowing is enough. It's a good starting point.
It's the same.
The coyote, though, in the trench coat, he didn't trigger any thoughts of crows. And the way you guys described it, it sounded like could have been a pack
They were
dressed
back.
in black.
I
mean, it sounds like a murder of crows to me, but
King said there were about 8 of them.
that sounds like a murder of crows to me, but that's not it.
So you guys kind of hole up in the sheriff's
Sure.
office.
Light all the lights.
You light all the lights.
Yes.
Everybody give me a perception roll.
At 10, I'm still trained.
4.
We are very busy.
And we'll come back next week.
Okay. I'm Monica Marlowe.
Now I'm Andrew Marlowe.
I'm McFez.
This has been Marlowe House Presents Legends of the Wild Wastes on Friday Night Hangouts. See you guys next week or on the next episode.
Night.
Good night.
Bye.